Hey, my name is Dayna Lisa, and this video is about my 3-month goddess experience that I had with Dayna Deacon. I was fortunate enough to connect with Dayna at a time in my life where I was really cracking open personally. I was going through a lot of shifts and changes. And actually, when I met her, a lot of things were coming into my life unforeseen. A lot of changes were happening and a lot of growth was about to happen. And I knew when I met her, there was something about her energy, which I'm sure you've experienced on some level if you are watching this video, that really drew me in and made me extremely aware that I needed to work with her. And at the time, I was in a lot of resistance around that because I had just hired a couple of mentors into my life to help me with some other aspects of areas that I needed growth support. So I had just hired on a financial coach, I had just hired a business coach. And so I thought, I don't need more support, I don't need somebody else in my life. But when I watched the video that Dayna sent me after we connected, and I heard her voice and I felt her presence, and I realized how supportive her energy felt for me in that one tiny moment, I knew that I needed to work with her. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I ended up going through some really monumental life changes and experiences over the course of the 3 months that we ended up working together. And I cannot imagine having gone through those experiences without Dayna's support, both emotionally and energetically. I really needed her to be that grounding presence that she's so good at being, and I really needed her to push me continuously outside of my comfort zone, to look at things from a different perspective, and to really continue to be on this insightful journey of self-love and self-acceptance and learning to really love myself and find this place of peace within myself, even when my external circumstances were changing really dramatically and when my relationships were changing really dramatically. And without her support in finding that inner peace and in finding that inner acceptance and in being able to always come back to myself in this place of relentless self-love that allowed me to nurture and nourish my core in order to serve and connect with the people that I am meant to on the level that I am meant to, I wouldn't have been able to do that, and I wouldn't have been able to have that growth during this really very dramatic time of life events and different things happening during the 3-month period that I worked with her. So if you are on a personal journey, which all of us are, and you are looking for someone who can help ground you and root you back in your truth on a regular basis, even when your external environment is changing, even when you are growing really tremendously, you are in the right place. And I highly recommend that you connect with Dayna and you work with her in whatever capacity it is that you're considering, because I promise that if you are willing to be open to receiving what it is that she has to offer, you will be astounded at the results that you can achieve in even just a really short time of working with her. So I highly recommend that you have whatever experience it is that you're considering with Dayna, and that you open yourself up to receiving what it is that she has so beautifully decided to share, her gift that she's decided to share with the world, because she shows up 100% present for you always, and she is a beautiful groundedness and guiding light that will always allow you to come back to your true self, and she'll support you in coming back to your true self again and again. So I 100% of course recommend working with Dayna, and I hope that this testimonial has enlightened you into the kind of growth and the kind of change that she can help support you through. All right, much love to you, and I hope you guys have an amazing personal journey with Dayna Deacon.